Warm blessings. Master Shaman Palai Chi here today. Today I wanted to talk about why meditations are blocked and why do we need to meditate. Okay? So the reasons why meditations are blocked is that we have certain areas in our heads, in our brains, that is storing different images, such as your memory bank, storing different images of what you have experienced in your mind. Now, some of these images is in the normal mind, is what I call it, and they're stuck in an area where you will recall it if you were to have time for yourself, such as sacred time is what we call it, or time to reflect. And you pull out, your brain pulls out these memories and the images that goes with the memories. And they come and they distract your meditation. When you are trying to meditate, for some of you, you're actually trying to just quiet your mind and blank out your mind. So there's nothing there, there's no pictures there that you don't want to see, okay? But as you do that, as you blank out your mind, then your mind may pull out from its back pocket some images of experiences, of situations that you have been and gone in through in your life at a young age, teenage, or whatever age that you were. It is the image or memories that is most prominent to you, and some may not even be prominent, but they may be of an importance that has somehow influenced you to be either worried about, sad about, happy about, or angry about. Whatever it is, that emotion flown from that situation and experience, it is attached to you somehow because you had allowed it to be some way in your mind. And so now it's pulled back out into the mind as you are in your self-reflection time or sacred time. This is your meditation time. And so it comes and it distracts. And in that distraction is the blockage. Now, these blockages come from limiting beliefs. So belief that somehow you can't do something, someone had somehow influenced you that you couldn't do it or that you could do it. So whatever that social influence was, it is in your mind. And then also trauma, situations that you have experienced that has traumatized you. So it has basically put a cap because it was so strong with your emotion that you remember it like the clear day, right? And these memories, these experiences within your mind is then pulled out and distracts your quiet time. The time that you actually want to clear it out, it gets pulled out and distracts you from actually clearing your mind, from actually de-stressing and having peace. So then you can't have peace, right? Because you're having all these memories that goes around or in circles in your mind, and it's very loud for some of them. For example, if you've always been in a family that has always argued, and your parents has always maybe argued around you, and so then when you have memories of your young life or as a child, you're going to always hear the words that they had talked about, the things that they were screaming at each other about. It's always in your head, and sometimes you even find yourself using those words towards your own children or towards the people that you may have anger towards. Because why? You are actually finding out, maybe, if you can realize this and waking up to it, that you are actually angry at your parents, but then in fact you're angry at yourself for not being able to block out or clear their voices from your head. So that is some of the blockages that blocks people in general from doing a quiet meditation, from moving forward in your meditations. And for some of you, you don't even want to meditate because you feel like that blockage is so loud or so clear, and that you can't get rid of it. So then you call it a blockage, right? Because it is in fact a blockage. It is the memories that can't stay in its memory bank, and it's always being pulled out the moment that you have your quiet times. All right? So listen to see, as what I'm saying, if it is true. If you can notice if it's true. The other thing is, especially if you have just watched a video or heard a video, you're listening to something, and then you go away from that for a while, and then it's been maybe a day or two, and then you go into your quiet time, you may notice some of that, depending if you had emotions towards that voice or towards that sound or that vision or that whatever it is that you saw. It may come back to your memory and actually block you in your meditations. Now, I find that a good way to unblock or to remove these negative memories from your meditation is to put an X. The moment that you see it, you have to catch yourself in that split second, that and not get into the emotions again. You have to catch yourself and actually say to yourself, I'm not going to think about this again, or I will not go there again. I forgive this memory. I forgive this time that I had, whatever that memory was. I forgive this time, and I'm going to allow it to go back into my memory or be gone from my memory for good. Because this emotion that you have, because I forgive myself or the situation, and I will not think about this again. Say to yourself like that a couple times, or however many times it takes for that memory to be unblocked. For that meditation to be unblocked. And then the memory will not release that again because you have overcome it with a new emotion to replace the old emotion that you've had towards that situation in your memory that keeps coming back. You need to replace, all right? Start a new habit. Start a new emotion towards that memory in order to unblock your meditations. After you have unblocked your meditations, then you need to continue on with the meditations with new emotions towards your meditation. How do you feel towards your meditations? Or I'll reword it this differently. How do you and how will you feel towards your new meditations? And in that how to is where you will start connecting to new emotions, because it is in your emotions that allows you to be at peace. If you choose to be in a positive emotion, it will allow your meditations to be more pure and at peace. And then also, if you can awaken to the voice that's in your head, this voice that's in your head, whose voice is it? And if it's in a positive light, it will be in a voice that is a person that you believe and trust in, which can very well be your own voice, that you hear. So this is just a way for you to be able to unblock the blockages, the memories that come out because of the emotions that you once had in the situations that is now stored in your memory, will come out when it's your time for reflection, when it's your sacred time or your meditation time. Whatever you want to call it, it is the time for yourself to reflect again and to regain new energies or new vibrations to yourself. And these negative emotions that you once felt for a situation will come back out if you and when you have this quiet time to try to distract you, from moving forward in a meditation and or thinking positive about your meditations, about yourself or your current situation. So be aware of that, awaken to it, and draw an X in your head or even out here in the physical world. Draw the X. See the colors that comes with that drawing and clear the blockages with new emotions to replace the old emotions that you once had toward that situation. This is Master Shaman Palai Chi. Please like and subscribe to my channel for new and more interesting videos to come. Comment down below what you would like to hear from me. Warm blessings. Bye-bye.